Yo, what's up? I decided to come here very quickly and just touch base on this because I feel like I hear a lot of people saying how people don't want to go to church no more and we can't keep people in church and blah, 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 blah. And my whole perspective on this is, how long have it been since people has been hearing from the church body this law that we have to obey and we have to follow? And it comes from a lot of church elders speaking of how we should look, how we should act, how we should talk, being completely judged for how we choose to even show up at church, completely ignoring the fact that they showed up, but judging them as soon as they walk through the door. You make them feel like they don't belong. You make them feel like their sin is on, I don't know, cloud 90 compared to your sin. Like, be so for real. If you actually want to get people in your church, especially in 2023, I think we should start with love. I think that would be the biggest thing to touch base on right now. Because a lot of people don't know what real love is. They don't know what godly love is. They have yet to experience the love from God. And a lot of people didn't grow up with seeing love displayed in the right way. I just want to share with y'all what God has taught me. You can be religious and still be confused. You can be in the church every Sunday faithfully and still not be Christ-like. You can remember scripture, but you still lean on your own understanding. You could be a preacher and still not be anointed for that position. I say all that to say this. One perspective is not the perspective. We get so hung up on this law, operating out of this law that's been presented for years, but completely disregarding teaching a law of love and relationship. The law that we've been teaching as a church body, a lot of people is coming from a religious spirit and condemnation. Because we have conformed to this idea of what we believe law to be, we're scaring God's children away from the church. Because we're not teaching from a place of love and relationship. We're teaching and operating from a place of condemnation and a religious spirit and smacking Christian on it. And expecting people to really flock to that. What? People are whole life really out here in desperate need for things, specifically God. But because of church hurt, because of things that they were taught, because of limitations to their belief, because of confusion, they're really out here just trying anything to see what works. All I'm saying is, if you want to call yourself or consider yourself a Christian, it would be smart to start with loving them as they are, meeting them where they are, the same way God meets us where we're at. He didn't meet us when we were saved and holy. He met us where we was broken, down and out, addicted, strung out, major disconnect. So that's just my little tidbit for tonight. But yeah, good night.